Hi there, welcome to leongrahamsfitness.com. That's the online home of my personal training and sports nutrition coaching business, Leon Graham's Health and Fitness. Now, before I go any further, I want to say a quick point about this video. What I initially started doing was I started having this full marketing script. It was going to be done professionally, it was done in a different location. It was all set up to really look like a professional job, like this video was supposed to be a really key marketing tool for my website. But when I finished all that work, and this was a few days worth of work put into that, I looked at it and it was so not me. It was so different from who I am that I thought, stuff it. And I threw the whole thing out. I went, it's not worth it. It's not who I am. This is more who I am, sitting back, relaxed, in my office and talking to you. So if at any point during this, I look at my notes, sorry, it's just me winging this going, hey, I'm just having a discussion with you as if you were sitting here with me. So anyway, I say it wasn't me. So who am I? My name's Leon and I'm a certified personal trainer and a certified sports nutrition advisor. Now, before I get too much into what I do differently from everyone else, I want to talk about one of my free tips, one of the things that I do myself in the gym with almost anything in life actually, which just guarantees such a huge improvement in the results I see from whatever it is I may be doing. In this case, I'm talking about gym workouts or exercise. It just guarantees such huge improvements. I want everyone to do it, which is why I want to tell you about it right now. Now, what I have here is my own personal workout log. This is my tracking sheet that I carry out when I'm in the gym. I'm one of very few people that do this. Even just the other morning I counted and there were 48 people in the gym and there was one other person besides me actually writing down what they were doing. Now, we might look a bit silly when we're doing this because no one else is doing it. I mean, usually when you see someone in the gym carrying around like a piece of paper and sort of looking at it, they look very lost and confused. Normally it's someone who's pretty new to the gym, they've been given a sort of a one-size-fits-all program, and they're trying to figure out where all the bits and pieces are, where all the equipment is, and they do that for maybe the first time they go, and then they know where it is, and then the second time they go, they look around a bit more and they realise that no one else is doing it, so they stop. I mean, they couldn't do anything worse as far as I'm concerned. I don't know why they stopped. I don't know why more people don't do this. But as you can see, this is my own personal log. Now, why do I write down everything I do? I write down every weight I lift, every set, every repetition, every exercise I do. When I'm doing my cardio training on a treadmill, when I'm running, I write down my heart rate measurements. I wear a heart rate monitor. I write down the exact heart rate zones I'm training in, how long I'm in there for, how fast the treadmill is going, what incline it's on. I write down literally everything I'm doing. Now, the reason I do this is so I can see the improvement. I'm no different from everyone else. I used to hate weight training. I used to hate the idea of lifting weights. I found it so boring. And it was because I had no plan. I had no goal. I had no purpose. I was in there just lifting weights and I was relying on how I felt. Now, the problem with relying on how you feel is, let's use another example from myself a few weeks ago. I was doing a simple dumbbell bench press. So that's where you're lying on a flat bench. You've got two dumbbells, the weights in either hand. You're lying there and you're pushing them out. You know, 1, 2, and I got to about 3 and I was like, wow, this is way too heavy. There's no way I can lift this. I must have grabbed the wrong weights. So I hopped up and I put them back, and no, they were the weight I meant to grab. And then I was about to grab a lighter weight thinking I must have just done something wrong. And I thought, hang on, no. And I checked my logbook, I checked my workouts. And as I could see, the workout before, I had lifted that exact weight. I'd done the full sets, the full repetitions, I'd done it perfectly. So it meant I knew that I was capable of doing it. Even though I didn't feel like it at the time, I knew that, hey, I can do this. So I picked up those same weights again. I went back and I did the full exercise. The reason I was able to do it, whereas before it felt way too heavy, was because this time I knew I could do it because I'd seen the cold hard evidence on paper that I could do it. I knew I could. So I finished it off. If I hadn't have been writing down what I was doing, I would have gone backwards in my workout. Without even realizing, without even knowing it, I would have gone backwards. So that's what we're trying to avoid. When we're writing this down, when we're writing down everything we're doing, we're tracking the improvements we make. Now, if you're like so many of us and struggle for motivation in the gym, you struggle to get there, if you're seeing improvement every single day, if you can look at every single workout on your tracking sheet and you can see that, hey, this exercise I lifted more weights, this one I lifted more repetitions, whatever it may be. If you're on cardio equipment, you went for longer, or you went faster, or your heart rate, you went higher, whatever it is, whatever you're trying to achieve. If you can see that you're making progress towards that, that's your motivation right there. That's going to keep you going back. I know that for me, when I build up to a certain repetition point and I hit that point, I know that the next workout, I get to increase the weights. I can't wait for that next workout because it's like a reward knowing that, hey, I completed this section of it. So now I get to go and go to this whole new section and get a new challenge. It's that constant challenge. So what I want everyone to do is start writing down what you're doing in the gym, and you'll start seeing the improvements in your workouts on paper where you can't deny it. And then you'll also see it in your body because you are improving. You're not constantly wavering around the same point, sometimes going forwards, sometimes going backwards. It's just so effective that I just want everyone to do it. Now, another example is I had a client of mine who was trying to find more activity just in her daily life. Outside of the gym, I just wanted her to move more. So she worked in an office building, and I said, hey, all right, I want you to start walking stairs in your office building. Just find 10 minutes during the day at some point, when you're stressed out, whatever it may be, take a break, spend 10 minutes. I want you to go and just walk stairs in the building. I want you to write down how many flights of stairs you walk up and down. She had to walk up and down. And she did this. She started off with 6 flights. That was it. That's just a starting point. She doesn't have to walk the whole building to start with, just 6 flights, whatever she felt comfortable doing. She wrote it down. The next day, she does 6 again. Maybe does 7 if she feels like it, maybe not, as long as she doesn't do less. And she did this for 6 months. And at the end of the 6 months, she could do the whole building, all 28 stories of it, from top to bottom, twice in a day. That's a huge improvement. And what kept her going, there's almost nothing more boring out there than walking up and down stairs. But what kept her motivated, what kept her going, was seeing the numbers increase. She had a calendar on her desk. And each day she put a little dash on how many flights of stairs. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then seeing that grow up to 28 and then twice in a day, that was the motivation for her, just seeing herself improving, like seeing the evidence on paper. If she relied on how she felt, she would have just felt the whole time going, oh, I'm tired, oh, this is hard. Would be constantly just going on feeling and going, it's just not working. You wouldn't be noticing the small improvements along the way. Now back to weight training, you might not always see a huge improvement in a workout. An improvement for a day might be in an entire workout. It might be one exercise where you got 1 extra repetition on 1 set of that exercise. That might be all the improvement you see, but that's still improvement. You've still improved and you can still see that number increase. And on other workouts, sometimes you'll do extra repetitions on every exercise of every set, everything the whole way through, and you'll feel absolutely invincible. But again, you're seeing that improvement all the way through. And as long as you have that drive, you're striving to improve, which is why we're all there. As long as you have that, that's your motivation right there on paper in front of you. Now, if this all kind of makes sort of simple sense to you, and you kind of go, oh yeah, that's not a bad idea. Why don't more people do it? I want to change that. I want everyone to start doing it. So what I'm doing is, I'm giving away my own personal logs for free. This template here, what you can do, if you'd like a copy of this, you can simply enter your name and email address just over here, and I'll send it to you, template straight away. You can add in your exercises and start recording your results starting right now. So that's what I'd like you to do. That's what I'd like everyone to do. That's what I want everyone in the gym, everywhere you go. I want to see everyone doing it because it just makes such a huge improvement. So now I'd like to talk a little bit more about what I do so different from all the other personal trainers and coaches out there. Now, how do I explain this? When I take on a new client, so if you come to me and you want to train with me, I'm not trying to keep you long term. So many trainers, they like to keep their clients and build a relationship with them, and it becomes a fixture in their life. For me, I don't think you need someone there to hold your hand the whole time. What I want to do is I want to teach you how to do it for yourself. I want to teach you how to exercise. So when you're in the gym, I'm going to teach you how to do each exercise, why you're doing that exercise, and how that's helping you towards your goals, whatever you're trying to achieve. Why this particular exercise is helping you and why you should be doing it, and how you should be doing it. I'll also teach you, when you should be increasing it, when you should be decreasing it, making it harder or making it easier, when you should be changing it up. So we do that through your whole workout. On the nutrition side of things, this is something else which separates me from other trainers, is I recognized how important nutrition was to overall results, regardless of what your goals might be. When I say results, for you, you might want to lose fat. That's great. Nutrition is a huge part. You might be an athlete. You might want to improve your times across a marathon, whatever your event may be. Again, nutrition is a massive, massive part. And I recognize this. So I went out and I did my sports nutrition certification. Sports nutrition is a combination of exercise and nutrition. It's supplying the biological demand. So when I'm teaching about nutrition, again, I'm not giving you a diet plan. I'm not going to say, hey, at 8 a.m. on Monday, you're going to eat this, and then at 10:30 a.m. you're going to eat this. What I do is I look at what you are eating, and I teach you how to make more intelligent choices, how to make better choices, how to mix it up, how to sort of just supply the biological demand. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. Is you create a demand through the exercise you're doing, and then you need to supply your body with the materials it needs to support the body while it's doing that. So I'm teaching you how to do that for yourself. Again, the end goal is you become completely independent in your pursuit of health or sports performance, whatever it may be. So with that said, my name is Leon. You're on leongramsfitness.com. Make yourself at home, check out the website, look around, there's tons of articles and things to read. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to contact me. There's a big button just up there. You can just click that, you'll find me an email, I'll answer all your questions. So thank you, and I wish you all the best in your pursuit of health.